We're back.
Humans.
Welcome in. Bane, 7 years as a moderator, and you've done a good job. I appreciate it. Right. So we left off. Yeah, I was debating doing more of this on Saturday when Clem ended his Dark Souls 2 stream early. And I just ended up, like, deciding against it. Yeah. If it was still 2020, I feel like we'd all be gone enjoying life more. It was a horrible time for the world, but you know what? Not having to commute for work, not having to spend, like, a significant amount of your life in work, good for the soul. It did absolutely irrevocably mess us all up, though. How you doing, Ben? I noticed when I turned on my PlayStation that you are currently playing Jedi Survivor some more. How is Jedi Survivor going? I hope you don't mind me sharing that with everybody else that you're currently playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor on PlayStation 4. Does it still run like shit? Can you believe it's been past 2020 for, like, the majority of the stream's existence? Trying to planet missing one collectible. Do you know where that collectible is? You know, I thought he had fallen through the floor. I didn't realise that he had sunk into the ground. Well, the good news is I don't remember how many souls I've just lost. Well, for all the problems I had with it on PS5, I don't think it ever crashed. It's crazy that these things come out and they're in, like, such an absolute garbage state. And they're just considered acceptable. Ah! This is going well. There's been no T-pose. That was amazing. I get the T-posing as we go onto the ship and start to travel to new planets. You get hard crashes. Parliament doesn't list specific items, just generic terms like treasure. Have you tried, like, checking online guides, comparing them against, like, what you know you have? I'm so glad that I was able to capture the T-posing when I streamed it, Because I remember I mentioned it and how often it had been occurring when I was playing it the first time. I mentioned it on the Discord. So I'm glad that we were able to catch it on the stream. Merrin's face once completely despawned. Do you remember during the vampire playthrough? There was one woman, one of the nurses in the hospital in Vampire, using YouTube guides, listing stuff on. Excellent. So you know what you're doing. There was one woman in the hospital in Vampire who, throughout the entire playthrough, her face loaded in its textures once. Like, it was crazy. I was saying to Clem, like, I remember during the stream, I was saying to Clem, like, her textures haven't loaded. Oh, there they go. They loaded in. They loaded in. But then every time we talked to her afterwards, they continued not loading in. And it was amazing. I'm doing very poorly. I definitely feel like a large part of this problem goes back to the idea of being able to fix issues like this post-release. Like through updates and patches and stuff, so stuff that should have been caught before release is just allowed to slip through or is just ignored. And the idea is like, oh, we can fix it later. And then it just doesn't get fixed. Like, for whatever reason, like, oh, it wasn't considered a big priority. Or it didn't cause enough issues, or whatever. And we just end up with these games that remain with so many issues. Like, this whole thing of, like, you really shouldn't buy games at launch anymore because you've got no guarantee if they're going to work. And there's not even a guarantee that if they don't work in some way that they'll be fixed later. Because... Because there's... I think a large enough chance that the publisher will decide the game didn't sell enough, so it's not worth it to us financially to spend the money to fix the problems. Oh yeah, I'm not saying they're gonna fix Jedi Survivor, they didn't fix it on like PS5. Why would they fix the afterthought version? There. No issues whatsoever. Yeah, it was probably surprising that Capcom released RE4 make on PS4 at all. But given, like, let's be fair, the PS5's install base is not big enough to cover a lot of the costs of development. And in that same regard, like, RE2 make and RE3 make both did like, decently enough on PS4, I felt. Village. I've only played through Village on PS4, and that was good. That played fine for me, as far as I remember. So Capcom's got a good history of like reasonable optimization. Plus, it helps they're working with their own proprietary engine, one of the few companies to do so. Meanwhile, Respawn, developers of the Jedi games, working with Unreal. And like, I think we have to remember that Jedi Fallen Order also had like real technical issues. Come on. Come on. There we go. When there's one of you, you're easy enough. Everything in this game inflicts bleed. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Anyway. It's definitely something that keeps me, I think, increasingly hesitant to continue on with modern gaming. And there's always the reports you keep hearing about poor optimization. That felt like it came, yep, from Level. There's always the reports you keep hearing about Unreal Engine 5 games not being particularly well optimized. Plus this whole thing in more recent games of like frame gen and FSR, where like it's essentially the games can't run at a proper frame rate. It has to be faked. They can't maintain a decent resolution and run in any reasonable fashion. It has to be faked. And it's like, what are we even doing? Like, oh, graphics have to keep getting better and better to the point where hardware cannot actually run that. Well, it's like, at what point is enough enough? Yeah, fuck. And then it's like, when I started this game, I'm walking through the graveyard and I'm like, look how good this looks. This game from 10 years ago. And it does look good. It's got fog, it looks quite nice. The light reflections are nice. The environment design is really nice. Tired of these guys throwing shit. Oh, you think I didn't see you coming, you sneaky bitch? Maybe I should start playing Dark Souls differently. I was thinking recently with like Dark Souls 1 and how you can get as Zweihander really early in that game. And like, what if I did just do like a two-handed playthrough? Or like a heavy sword playthrough, because I'm usually going with like one-handed strength weapons or dex weapons. Come on, you stupid bastards. Well, that was all my health. Like, very quickly. I don't know, I'd probably have to enjoy Dark Souls more than I do to play through it in a different style than the one I've become comfortable with. I'll play it on co-op. See if I ever end up doing that co-op playthrough with Clem that we've been talking about. Maybe then we'll get like a heavy armor playthrough for me. And a big sword. Big boy sword. Once again, kick not coming out when I'm trying to do it. Like, I think kick would probably be less irritating if I could reliably do it when I need to. But the fact that it comes out when it feels like usually at the point where it'll fuck me over, and then I also cannot reliably do it when I want to, is... like, it's a double-pronged fuck you. Two-pronged? Is double-pronged a thing? Going this way will make it easier to separate those two guys. Well, it would have been good if I'd killed him in the time it took to drain all my stamina. Yeah, well. Come on. Did you want to come and join the fun there, buddy? So I like the stance attacks now that I've figured out how you can do them. Given that they require two-handed, I don't think I'm going to use them enough to justify putting anything into the other Estus Flask. Alright. Alright, you stupid bastards. I think the truly troubling thing with these skeletons is the seeming inconsistency of the ones that are revived. It's not all of them. Well, that was lucky. Alright. Did it again. Alright, so these guys are once again the same problem. If I can separate them, they won't be as much of an issue. What was that throw? It was a terrible throw. Come on, come on. There we go. Easy as that. A new shield. Nope. Why does his shield allow him to block from the back? That ain't fair. Tired of these skeletons. What was that? just want to make it to this bonfire. I know it's around here. Oh, thank God. Alright. Really feel like that thing's gonna turn at some point and just put me down. Oh, could have been worse. Something down there. Blobs. God damn it. Get off the goddamn ceiling. I don't think two-handed is worth it, though. There we go. There's not a huge damage difference, and I'm swinging faster with one hand. There's the bow. I only have 9 arrows. Oh, the FOV on this is weird. And there's probably more. Oh, I recognize that. How much weight does a bow add? Really? That much? So equipping the bow adds enough weight to put me into fat rolling. Crazy. There's a 4 more there. Plus, given that I've recognized what those are, don't want to fight blobs while I'm fighting them. Alright, that's 2. Probably keep an eye on them so we can determine that they're not something that regenerates. Fuck. I don't like this place. There's probably more of them on the ceiling as well. There's one. Two. Right. Well, those guys are easier to deal with than they used to be. I hope that's all of them. So that's where I would have fallen down that hole. There we go. At least 2 more. What if these things are weak to blunt damage? That's 3 more? Yeah, another 2. And then I think it's all of them. I hope this is something worth it. No, I don't think it is. Like, lowering defense for increased iframes during rolling, I can see the appeal, but I don't think it's something I want. If we were reducing stamina or had rolling take more stamina as a result of it, like, I could see that being a valuable trade-off. Hmm. Looks like it probably opens. Yeah, there's a switch there. I just want to feel comfortable not having to check the ceilings. And I've been checking the ceilings for such a long time now. Like before this, there was the Cathedral Deep. They always sound angry. I'll come back. Fuck. Shooting 3 arrows in a single shot. On. No. Damn it. These guys are really difficult to deal with when there's more than one. Do I need to be more aggressive? Not necessary. Okay, don't aggro 2 of them. I talk about like like whether it'd be viable for me as a player to have another playthrough of a Souls game at another point with a more strength-focused build, like a heavier build. But I wonder if I might do better on a playthrough where I'm deliberately trying to mix it up. Going for a faster build. Like less defense. That was annoying. That looks like a blade I don't want to get hit by. Okay. If the game's warning me that the suspension bridge is thin, that's a bad sign. I don't like those bones being there not doing anything. Oh. 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 Excuse me. Don't mind me. I was just sightseeing. Goodbye. Did not expect that many Skeleborgs. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Play with each other, don't mind me. Badass out the corridor. Really don't want to fall down that pit after killing all of these guys. Well. That was, an interesting trap. Like that. Probably could have kept them in the bottleneck of the tunnel a lot longer if the rat hadn't been aggroed. It was a good one. See if there's anything else, because I would like to forego going across that bridge for as long as possible. Okay, thanks, camera. Thanks, camera. Dick. Oh, this one's got a hat. That doesn't look like regular fire. Fight two of them again. Don't throw things. Rude. Alright. Think I'm fucking stupid, Harms? Welcome in, Flame. You missed it a minute ago. They ambushed me with like 20 skeletons. None of them walked away, though. That's the first illusory wall I've found. Why is there a crab down here? You know, that would require me to have played more than what I've played of Bloodborne. I don't like this. Why has that ball stopped rolling? I tried many times to enjoy Bloodborne. Didn't happen. I am generally enjoying this, though. Go again with this. You Dark Souls 1 Easter eggs? Is the ambush by, like, the 20 skeletons one of them? Well, I've had trouble even getting this far. I finally got to the first bonfire of this area. Took me a while. I'm worried about going back to it now. Because that giant skeleton ball stopped rolling, and that has me concerned. Just purely for decoration. The 20 skeletons are purely for decoration, alright. So, bear in mind, I'm playing this offline, so every message is a message from the developers. So when the developers are like, hey, the bridge seems like it's not very sturdy, I'm like, So I'm wondering, like, is it just straight up a trap to go across it, or is it, if you run across it, it'll break? Because going up towards the bridge, and then turning around and seeing, like, a larger number of skeletons than I've ever seen in a Dark Souls game before, all piling together, made me think, like, they probably want me to run across this. To my death. Like, it probably wasn't expected that I would be able to make my way through the skeletons into that corridor and bottleneck them. Which, you know, it's just smart tactics. You have a vastly superior force. I didn't notice this. You have a force with, like, vastly superior numbers. You have a force with, like, vastly superior numbers. And what's the smart strategy in that case? Bottleneck. Also, I just noticed this side path. So, like, yeah, that bridge is probably going to break if I jump on it. So it's okay. We're okay. So now that I've made it across, this bridge would have broken if even if I'd walked on it, right? I don't like any of that. Don't cut the ropes because it makes the bridge more unstable. Honestly, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you know what it reminds me of? Rope bridges in Wind Waker when you start cutting some of the ropes, and you just slip right off the edge. Not walking on it. If I hadn't noticed that side path, I would have been like, okay, let's try walking it. I think I pay attention. Throat is really bothering me. Alright, how bad is this gonna be? Alright. Skeleboss? I wouldn't believe you if you did, Flame. I don't want to touch that. I assume you brought up Metal Gear Solid 3 because this is where the Fury is going to attack me. Really? You're just likely to slip off it? Volgin. Oh no. I'm not ready to deal with lightning. What's my lightning resistance at? 30. 87. No, you know what? I'm okay to do it. Just cut it when you reach the other side? Man, that would have been a lot easier and cooler than, like, bottlenecking all of those skelly boys. Because when I first approached that bridge, I tried cutting it from the first side. Like, I went to one of the things, and I went... And nothing happened, I could just walk through it. Oh. Descend. Well, I can't go back. I think the real danger then would have been one of the skeletons getting close enough to attack me. I'm not gonna play Descent. You think I'm crazy? Alright. How bad's this gonna go? Oh, it's a skull. Yeah, step back. I would step back. Oh, it's worse than I thought. Oh, boss, I was ready for this. Oh, no, 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 no. Those are fingers. Those are fingers of a very large hand. Have you ever regretted something before? There's the other hand. Oh, God. Oh, mind me. Oh. You know, this is you fucked up music if I've ever heard it. Just remember, Klim did this, I can do this. So I am more aggressive than Klim. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Hmm. Oh, that's definitely an issue. I don't know how I could deal enough damage to that thing to kill it. And that breath attack didn't even do damage. That was death. Alright. You mean this is a fight I can win now? This isn't a thing of like coming back and doing this later with a specific thing? Come on, boys. Right, so this is a winnable fight right now. This isn't something that I'm just outright screwed on. The fact that my souls are outside the fight tells me that this isn't something I want to do yet. Like, when else in the series have your souls been outside of a fight? Alright. Alright. That's the case. I'll trust you both. We'll homeward bone, we'll spend these souls. And then we'll kill them. Honestly, mercy makes me really suspicious in this game. Because when has the series ever been merciful? I think I have some ashes for you.
Ah, gracious. Passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content
Yeah, I hope you have something worth buying as well. I'd like to see comparisons with my current gear. That'd be nice. me see.
Ashen One, be sure to bring...
So it's lighter. Is the thing. Right, alright. Lighter and thus weaker, and I don't know if I want that yet.
Ah, just wasn't it?
Damn. Still only have the 2.
Pretty, I don't want it.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak. Very well. Then take note.
I think I get 1 level up. Vitality is affecting my equip load? Why is that? It should be infused with ice.
Ah, just wasn't it?
Yeah, it's infused with ice. I wonder.
Pretty, I don't...
I wonder. No, I don't think so. Something fast? No. It's wild to me that a... It's wild to me that a greatsword has better scaling in dex than strength. It's not damage I'm looking at, it's speed of strike that I'm interested in. That's the same.
Ah, just wasn't it?
Yeah. Currently, I can do 6 hits before I'm empty of stamina. No, I don't think I want to use any of that. The one I was looking at was the, Astora Greatsword. There we go. Hopefully that'll do me better, just generally. More twinkling for that. Surprising that you can't reinforce the,
Tis good, wasn't it?
armor anymore.
Pretty.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know where I got it. Like, here it is, the Astora Greatsword. You know, that said, real quick, actually, there is something else I want to do. And then we'll see if I've got enough to level up.
Well, tis good, wasn't he?
That requires twinkling. There's not really much point to that unless it's going to end up increasing physical absorption to 100.
Pretty, be careful.
Welcome in, Clem.
Welcome, speak.
I don't want to spend twinkling time
Very
now on
well,
that.
then take. Farewell, I made the.
Bane is also here. Excellent. Now, if you're ready for this, Clem. Yeah, you're probably gonna have to get somebody to come in and rip it up. Like, straight up rip it out of the ground. There we go. Well, you've missed some fun stuff, Clem. I took on like 20 skeletons and won. You know, because I'm just amazing. I lured them into a tight corridor so their numbers were effectively meaningless. Do you mind? Yeah, I lured them into the tight corridor so their numbers were meaningless, and then I killed them all. Yeah, Flame told me about that afterwards. Because I was like, I don't want to walk across this bridge. There's a message over there from the developers saying, maybe watch out for the bridge. And I found a side path around the bridge. So I didn't even set foot on the bridge until Flame said, like, it won't actually collapse even if you run on it. Yeah, I saw the Descend icon pop up. But we're doing this now. Does remind me, I wanted to equip the Grass Crest shield. Maybe don't lock on. Maybe locking on's a bad thing in this context. Well, things have gotten different. Don't mind me. Oh, no. Bitch. Don't like the looks of that. Oh, he's bringing it back. Why don't you guys snooze that ad, please? Oh no. Thank you. Alright. 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 Character enjoys his pain, does the thing again. We'll get him. I mean, his stupid fucking face.
Just what?
Oh yeah, I don't have the souls.
Pretty big, I don't. Just what?
Thank you.
Be careful.
We're doing big boy things. Except I'm a woman. Doing the best woman things, big woman things. Alright, so before we go and do this again, we're going to run this ad. And then that'll give us time without having to worry about the ad. How many swings do I get of this? Three. Right. Alright. Real quick, do I have rings that'll make this work better? No. Am I still in... Yeah, I'm still in good roll. Alright. Alright. Well.
Who said that? Which one of y'all dead motherfuckers just said that shit?
I'll be right back. We're back.
Oh my God, I was wrong.
Alright. Up a quick bit of water. How's everybody doing? You can have another sound alert while I have a drink.
Failure.
Thank you, Clem. Oh, Clem says it's a failure. Going to Pennsylvania today. My ex was from there. Doesn't mean anything. Horrible person. Took tomorrow off to do so. You remember you said you took Tuesday off for whatever reason? I thought it was for sex. How long before you have to set out for trivia then? Pennsylvania trivia. Partly for sex, partly for trivia. Alright, I understand. If you'd like us to stop talking about your sex life, just say kumquats. You took Tuesday off for sex, and you're like, since I don't have to be up early on Tuesday anyway, because of sex, why don't I, come with you? That's a good hit. I don't think this is going to be what I want, because this is a horizontal slap, and I wanted a vertical, and that's a stab, and that's still horizontal, and that's still a stab. We'll try it, but I don't think this is going to be what I'm after. No, I really don't think this is what I'm after. Shame, because the idea was solid. Don't worry, Clem, you won't run into my ex. I wonder if it's worth going down there. And then they all walk away disappointed. Well, I can go back up, so that's good. Since I'm doing this serious right now, let's switch back to my regular equipment. Let's find out together, Clem. Clem is trying to use stairs like people. What are the chances this chest is a mimic? I'm not taking the chance while this thing is here. Because if it is a mimic and I hit it and it becomes a mimic, it'll be more of a problem to deal with this guy here. No, go downstairs. Oh god, he's using the stairs like people. It's a mimic. Bitch. I could tell at a glance that it's a mimic. Man, I wouldn't want to work with a dirty mimic. Come on, pussy. I think I figured out at least one problem with Dark Souls 2. Based on my current playthrough of this and Clem's current playthrough of Dark Souls 2. It feels like a lot of it's too open and empty. Yeah, I didn't even try for this. It was like, okay, I'm gonna fight you here. And then I noticed he's just regularly walking back down. Good. Let's go kill that mimic. And you might be like, Mecha, how did you know it was a mimic? I know, right? I didn't expect that to be a thing that would happen. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be a thing that happened, given... Given that he ran up and basically chased me around. Like, it's weird that he then just started backing away down the stairs. Yeah, but you might be like, Mecha, how could you tell it was a mimic? When you ran past like this. It's like, one, look at it, it's askew. Look at it. It's askew. Two, you can see from, like, back here, it's not closed all the way. Three, I took a quick look at its chain as I ran past. See, these are the things that I notice in the instant as I run past. I ain't kicking it. That's a lot of damage from one hit. Fucking missed, you prick. Haha! I think the worst thing about mimics, though, more than anything else, is that they are just a pain to fight even after you've figured them out. A black blade. Well, there's the thing, like, after going through Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 2 had the whole thing of, like, I never figured out how to tell the difference in Dark Souls 2. So I come into Dark Souls 3 and I'm like, whatever the tell was in Dark Souls 2 that I could never figure out, they've probably changed it in Dark Souls 3 and now it's something completely different. We saw one mimic in the Cathedral of the Deep, and I was suspicious because of the placement of the chest. Then I noticed it breathing. Was it? No, I looked at the chain, just out of habit, and I was like, okay, the chain looks odd, but it could just be clipping through the floor. Then I noticed it breathing. That one was the confirmation. It's the same tell as Dark Souls 1. So we're back to square one, baby. And then, like, again, like I was talking about to Clem yesterday, what I would do if I was the director on this is I would let people encounter a few mimics that have the original tell. And then, after they've encountered a few of them, I'd start introducing mimics that don't have that tell, that have a different tell. Yeah, I've never used a Lloyd Talisman. Isn't it supposed to be, though, that you're guaranteed the drop from the last one in the game that you kill? Also, Clem, you missed it yesterday when I was playing Dark Forces Remaster. I fought Boba Fett and teabagged him. Stuck my balls in Boba Fett's mouth. Yeah, because it's supposed to be a thing in Dark Souls 1. The last enemy in, like, the limited enemy type, the last enemy you see in the game is the guaranteed drop. Good old Boba Fett. Aussie Fett. Yeah, Boba Fett's a fan of a crate dragon. They were dragging my nuts across his face. It was actually really easy. I don't think he was programmed to anticipate circle strafing. Well, it was 1995. Circle strafing wasn't really a thing. I mean, by the time you get to something like Doom 2016, and something like the Cyber Demon
Welcome
can
home,
do that.
Ashen One. Speak then. Very well, then take me. Let these... Farewell, Ash. May the flame...
Who said that?
Welcome home, Ashen. Speak. Very well, then take...
Who's talking? Is it you?
Farewell, Ashen One. May...
Yeah, and you get to Doom 2016 and like the Cyber Demon. He's ready for circle strafing, and like the two Guardians are ready for it, so you need to circle strafe while also doing a lot of jumping. Oh, I don't need that. Don't want that. I'm underneath the world again. Pancakes? Would you love pancakes? That's a fucking huge ballista. Well, that would require them to still have Grievous be generally a threat. I remember when Grievous first turned up in the original Clone Wars series and dismantled a group of like 7 Jedi. And was never that dangerous ever again. You know, that's not true. He was dangerous throughout the rest of the original Clone Wars series. And the original Clone Wars series was like, and then Mace Windu crushed his chest with the Force. And that's why Grievous is way weaker in Revenge of the Sith. And then the later Clone Wars series was like, hey, Grievous just, like, he's kind of a joke. Unless he's facing somebody who aren't, like, characters that aren't the main characters. Yep, they're gonna home like the giant arrows. Of course they are, because this game's just not playing fair. Yeah, I'm not fighting that thing while that ballista's still firing. I feel like there's going to be more of them, ain't there? See, that's the thing that bothers me with these giant projectiles. They home in, and they really shouldn't. Listen, I'm not doing all this for just Titanite shards. Also, did you guys see that giant crab? Looks like there are more chances for Chance to come in and see giant crabs. Where this leads. Don't make Clem play Elden Ring. Clem's already platinumed Elden Ring twice. Really feel like these things are leading me to a trap. I wanted another piece of twinkling titanite. Oh, I know where we are. One guy down here, though, is super suspicious. Wait, aren't you the guy? Are you the guy who was with the other guy? Oh, you bitch. You feel like not enough people were noticing in the original game when one of the quest NPCs went hollow. So Dark Souls 3 is like, hey, when you get close to the quest NPCs that have gone hollow, we're just going to tell you that it's the quest NPCs that have gone hollow. Douchebag the Crestfallen's easy to forget, yeah. What do you got? Big Hat Logan takes off his hat, doesn't he? When he goes hollow. A mod that makes things interesting, yeah, Solaire you'll recognize. Yeah, but like, did you notice that Big Hat Logan was wearing clothes under his hat? Oh, the hat stays. Oh. I thought he took off his hat. Was that shield worth it? No. Alright. Yeah, I think if I went mad and was taking clothes off, the hat wouldn't be the thing that remains. Probably the socks and the shoes. And then it'd be a case of, like, he went mad and took off his pants over his shoes. Oh, those crabs look different. I know, right? He started firing before I was anywhere near the entrance to that cave. I don't think there's a way up there from down here. Over there, maybe? Yeah, you didn't notice. Like, you can see it from afar. But it's 3 ballistas. Three ballistas under a trench coat. Is there a way up over there? Doesn't look like it. Like, you want a good example of proof that that it homes after it fires? Aiming at me while I was out there before it fired, the first shot should not have hit the tree. There is no cover over here. There is less cover over here than I thought. Well, I'm gonna die. There's not even a ladder around there. No! It's okay, I made it. Alive again. Where was the entrance? We'll be here, Glenn, for at least another hour or so. Go. Yes. Yes, you did. Yeah, why not? Post in the Discord. But, remove Flame's permissions and the channel you post it in. Can't believe there's nothing here. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Can't believe how well that worked. Welcome back, Clem. I tricked the ballista into destroying a wall and then got a new ring. This is gonna be a long one. Alright, well, I managed to avoid drowning. And dying, like I didn't die at all. That ballista, though, I'm hesitant to take on that worm, just generally. Really don't want to do it while the ballista's there. Alright, let's go kill everything on the way back. So Flame, since the semester's ending soon, and you said you might come back to streaming, what are you thinking about streaming? And why is it Leisure Suit Larry 3? Passionate Patty in pursuit of the pulsating pectorals. I wouldn't know. I drink very fast. Oh, you mean this game? It's nice. It's also nice being able to be like, here's my block. Here's my attack. Because, as you remember, during my Dark Souls 2 playthrough, I used a halberd. Yeah, I would ignore it just out of spite. I'd be like, I'm not putting points into a stat just so I can heal faster. People swear Dark Souls 2 is a good game, though. Does this game still have the whole thing I had an issue with in 2? So, standard halberd attack. Yeah. So immediately better than Dark Souls 2. Because in Dark Souls 2 I was using the halberd again when I streamed it. And having an attack for when the shield is up was really annoying. And what was even worse was how slowly you drop the shield. And how long after the shield is dropped it counts as you having dropped the shield. You see, I went with a halberd because I was very fond of the halberd in Dark Souls 1. It's a good weapon. Poke is great for the tight corridors and everything. And in Dark Souls 2, like, my god, I got so goddamn annoyed at the shield attack. The attack you do with the raised shield, and how slowly you lower the shield. So I'm there trying to do the regular halberd attack, and I'm doing the shield halberd attack. So it's like, if kick has been the big thing I've hated in this game, in Dark Souls 2 it was the shield poke. Would I go back to Dark Souls 2? The answer is no. I don't make a habit of replaying games that I just really disliked. I can't climb back up, can I? You see, it's one thing, like, maybe I could learn to like the shield attack if the shield attack wasn't so prevalent. Like, my shield is up, and then I drop my shield to attack. But the problem there that I have in Dark Souls 2 is, my shield is up, I drop my shield to attack, and it's still counted as my shield is up. When it's like, here, 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 here. Because of just exactly how fucking slow it is. I'm not doing the poke, I'm not doing the shield attack deliberately. I'm not trying to do it because of how slowly it counts the shield as lowering in Dark Souls 2. That was the problem. It's like in this. My issue with the kick is it happening when I'm not after it. And then more annoying with the kick in this, it not happening when I do want it. Even Demon Souls is fast. Honestly, playing through this has got me thinking, like, maybe my entire problem was just Dark Souls 2. I have a stupid idea I want to do. Because, like, previously it was like, I don't really want to do Dark Souls 3. I don't think it appreciated that. Yeah, previously it was like, I don't really even want to do Dark Souls 3, and probably not even Demon Souls. Now going through this, I'm realizing, like, a lot of my problem is Dark Souls 2 specific. And, like, let's be reasonable with Dark Souls 1. My big problem with Dark Souls 1 is the endgame, because the endgame was always terrible. But I enjoyed the earlier stuff, and that's fine. It's like, I would be willing to go through Demon Souls. Well, that's the thing, like, I tried Demon Souls once. 15 years ago. You mean hiding stuff like they do in Dark Souls? But yeah, like, I tried Demon Souls like 15 years ago, and I did not enjoy it. But having, like, become, like, I got fond of Dark Souls, and I'm enjoying this. Like, I could go through and give Demon Souls another try. I knew about the enemies getting stronger with tendency. Didn't know about the root thing. Yeah, but you say that having played both Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like forced multiplayer or the game gets harder. But yeah, I want to give Demon Souls another chance. It's wood? And the question is just like, am I going to play the original PS3 version? Or the PS5 version? Hey, Spunk. Hey, you've played Demon Souls, haven't you? You've not played it, Spunk? Yeah. Maybe I'll do it on PS5 then, so that Bane can see the PS5 version. I've heard of the Valley. The Valley of Defilement. I've heard the frame rate on it on PS3 is worse than Blacktown. But I don't know, I feel like before Demon Souls, I would probably want to play other FromSoft games before getting around to that. Like a Togi. An Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. And The Adventures of Cookie and Cream. You know, I feel like it's going pretty well, Spunk. I don't know why I'm rolling into all of these. Alright, let's go and just, like, take on the boss again. You know, I'd probably play Kingsfield. Like, if I'm going back far enough to be like, we'll play through Shadow Tower or Shadow Tower Abyss, I'd probably be like, you know what, let's make a serious stab at Kingsfield. Alright, you cheeky dick waffle.
Memories broken, the truth goes unspoken. I'm vivid, forgotten my name. I don't know the season or what is the reason I'm standing here holding my blade.
Wonderful. Honestly, I wanted to try and get that item, because that item was there, and I could have gotten it before the boss activated the first time. And then I was like, oh, that is not something I want to be close to. And now it's like, oh no, the boss is just active from the word go. Not helpful. Welcome inside. You like your theme music? Yeah, you do. Excellent. All the mods have RPG theme music this year. Alright, let's try this again. against my face, you prick.
I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Oh, he's doing it. I took too long. Wow, I can't believe that kills skeletons. Gotta do it sooner or later, Clem. I'd like a higher FOV, please. There it is. So I feel like the strategy is what I normally say my strategy should be. For those of you at home who aren't familiar, Clem, what is my strategy? Relentless aggression. I need something that hits more vertical, and I'm really disappointed that the Astora Greatsword is not vertical. Memory's broken, the truth goes unspoken, I've even forgotten my name. I don't know why you had to ruin my fun there. Alright. You know what? We'll move away from the pit before I try this. Dead Mr. T. Is it halberd time? It could be. I feel like it's very much the same movement I'm getting out of this. It is. whips were actually useful in this series. I just don't have anything that's good vertically. Fuck you. Right in your goddamn eye. I have something. Where's that other skeleton dying? That was weird. You know, I only tried attacking the bracelets once when he'd summoned the sword in a previous run. And I was like, I feel like the sword is tied to the bracelets. No, Estus. Oh, no, not the Skelly boys. The Wheel boys. I didn't realize they'd be so integral to the entire fight. Oh, no, get out, damn it. Well, this changes everything. And knowing's half the battle.
Catch you fuckers at a bad time?
See, my thought was, like, I just need to keep hitting it in the face. Like, I had the idea for a bit that hitting it in the face was keeping it from doing its breath attack. I don't know why I decided to focus on the hands in that run, but it worked out. Beautiful. It would have been, wouldn't it? That's why I was like, okay, let me get the let me get a weapon that hits vertically. Because I'm like, okay, I need to just hit him in the face. And I was just going to persevere. I will do this till he's dead. Just like John Wayne would have done. Okay, so this hand's definitely going to be more of an issue. Bitch. You'd think it'd be easy to keep an enemy that big on screen. Bring your hands up here, you stupid bitch. Oh, he's gonna slap me. He's gonna slap me. See, that was my thought with the swords, because like, I was like, that was when I first noticed the bracelets growing, and I was like, are they going brighter? So I'm like, okay, I'll need to hit the bracelets to get rid of the swords. No. Where is your right hand? I'm sorry, did that seem a little like bullshit? Oh no. No, 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 no. Now get to the fucking... That's it. There's nowhere I could escape to. And I might have been able to break his bracelet in time if I didn't get stuck on his fingers. Damn it. Alright, this is just a matter of time now and then. Like, I know exactly what I'm doing now. It's simple. It's just a matter of time. Matter of getting the pieces into alignment in the right positions at the right time. We have an ad coming up, though, that we've been putting off for a little bit. So we're going to run it now. And when we come back, we will kill this big skelly boy.
Oh no!
That's what he'll be saying. As I kill him. And we're back. Alright, let's go. I feel like that skeleton ball rolling, the skeleball rolling, sounds like lava bubbling in Death Mountain Crater in Ocarina of Time. God damn it. Goddamn giant rat. The awesome boss? Just the one? So there are other awesome bosses in the game, is what you're saying? Well, that's good. Must be why they call it Dark Souls 3, because it has 3 awesome bosses. Alright, chunky bitch. That was mean. Just pulls me straight into the death fog. You know, given that I'm not aiming for the face now, maybe it would be worth trying the Astora Greatsword. With its wider field of attack, I'll probably have a better chance hitting the bracelets with it. I don't need the game to keep, like, shakily adjusting the FOV here. And it fell onto spikes as well, so it was probably a painful death. I don't think it was that much more. I remember, I think Flame was there. Maybe like another 4 or 5 tries. And then afterwards, Bane was like, I'm surprised you did it without summoning anybody. And I was like, I forgot this game has summons. Oh no, it's not a thing of like, doing the Ember or anything. I thought about using the Ember to get more health. I forgot this game has summons. Like, I completely forgot about summoning as a mechanic. Come on. Thanks, Kick. Okay, I've probably got like one more of those before I've just got nowhere to move. Gotcha. Really? Thank you. Now it's safe to drink from. Does that mean I can't get that item that was there? God damn it. Who says I'm a one-trick pony? I can use multiple weapon types. Oh, there's a bonfire here. Reload the save. Claim it autosaves. Give me my big boy shield. What if I just touch it again? It spawns nearby. I think Flames lied to me. There ain't no boss that can stop me. I only got one piece of twinkling titanite, didn't I? Yeah. Damn.
Welcome home, Ashen. Speak very well. Then taken.
I'll get vitality to 20. Let's push dex to 20. And let's get another in vigor.
Farewell, Ashen. May the
Goodbye. Ah, there it is. Good thing I'm fantastic at finding items. That's useless to me. No, I figured it would probably be a case of having to reload the area. I just wanted to persecute you a little bit. As is my way. Taking the football with me. Good, because I wasn't kicking it. I hope we get to see the sky soon. So tired of being underground. Didn't realise I was playing Devil May Cry 4. Also, we went down pretty deep. Like, how are we above ground this quickly? Yep, there she is, Fortuna Castle. And I'll walk along that bridge, and I'll see Gloria's panties. Just like God foretold. But no, seriously, like, does this make any kind of physical sense? No, it's the Frost's first flame. The Blitz comes when you play as Dante, doesn't it? I feel like everything here is going to be strong to ice. I feel like it doesn't make sense, right? Like, spatially. I went down so far, and I've only gone up a little bit, and now we're out on the side of a mountain. Were we on a mountain? Was that what it was? Doesn't look like a mountain. At least we can see sky. And one thing Dark Souls 1 didn't really have. Night sky. No, the FOV just shifted. See that? Snowy Castles is such a good aesthetic, though. Fuck off. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you brought lightning. I do not. I don't think I do. Well, that ended quickly. There is one area that has a night sky in Dark Souls 1. It is the Painted World of Ariamis. But the Painted World of Ariamis is horrible. It's a peaceful land, its inhabitants kind, and it is a horrible, horrible place. I don't think I have a doll. Oh, I do. I don't know when I got this. Is it night, though, in Anor Londo, or is it just dark? Because, like, this is night. And even at night, there is light. Like the moon. Yeah, I don't know when I got this doll. Cheeky bastard. Spawning in behind me like that. Did that too early. Oh, at least I got it frostbitten. Thank you, Flame. Gonna fucking spawn behind me and be like, and shove my sword down your throat, you bitch. Oh yeah, I saw that, and I was like, I feel like we can make it. But what if I just climbed over and, like, just went around? I genuinely do not remember where I got this doll. I don't think it's even that you'd have to jump. Like, maybe you'd have to jump a little bit. Or just climb. I just climb along it. Oh, there's a weird barrier here that's clearly not over here. Climb around. Oh, that's where I got it from? Excellent, thank you, Sona. I did kill the deacons. Took me one try. I don't die to the religious. Alright. Nothing here. How curious. Hello? Is this land peaceful? Are its inhabitants kind? I'll take that as a no. I was building something up. I was feel like every enemy in this game builds up something on you. Well, let's just confirm that this is locked. Yep. Tell you, man, the castle, like the grand castle architecture and snow. It's a brilliant aesthetic. At least 4 good bosses. Excellent. Listen, I'll be with you in a moment. Do you mind? Come here. I'm gonna get violent. Oh, when I think of, like, snowy castle aesthetic, I feel like my first thought ends up being Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Like, there's a specific moment, and I know I mentioned it back when I played, where the kick might be useful. If only I could reliably pull it off. Yeah, I believe I mentioned it the last time we did Lord of Shadow, but like there's a specific moment when you're walking along a giant chain. In Lords of Shadow, and like you can see an impossibly large castle. Like you can see like parts of the castle, and it's impossibly large in the background. You know what? I like this ring. And like it's a beautiful shot, and it's all frozen, and the chain you're on's frozen. Listen. 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 He's tired. Sorry, pal. I don't do public displays of affection. I see. You got one trick in your arsenal, pal, and it ain't good enough. Yeah, like that whole sequence, when you're walking up that chain towards the castle, and the chain's huge, and the castle is huge, and there's more of the castle in the background, and the whole architecture is just kind of impossible in scale. And like, there's the blizzard blowing, and the chain's frozen, and the snow in the background, and it's just like a wonderful wallpaper shot. And it's what I always think of when I think of, like, castle in the snow aesthetic. If they're ghosts, why are they casting shadows? Alright, thanks for joining us, Flame. What are we gonna do? I'm probably gonna go up to, like, the next stad and call it. So you won't be missing much. There's, like, probably another 30 minutes or so. Or the next bonfire. We'll see. Thanks for joining us, though, Flame. Can we get Flame a shout-out, please? Thank you, Ben. Really? You haven't streamed anything since Soul Reaver? Yeah, you take care, Flame. Have yourself a good day. Oh! Alright. You know, I was being respectful keeping you at range, but if you want to play it like that, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to show you just how cold this sword really is. And I'll do it again. Yeah, I remember Godless Knight. It crossed my mind as we entered this area. Because that had some really nice architecture. Don't worry, that's why I brought my ice sword. But you know I like my drinks cold. Is that necessary? Bitch. Skyner, did you sub since joining today's stream and it didn't tell me? Also, Clem. Is Clem still here? Clem still here? He's lurking. Sub about 5 minutes ago. It didn't tell me. Thank you for the sub, Signer. Enjoy your fun mecha-chrono emotes. We've added more emotes. They're very silly. So Clem looked into it yesterday, I think. That's right. Clem looked into it yesterday, I think it was. Because there's a new thing on Twitch about lead moderators. And Clem looked into what lead moderators, like what the difference is between moderators and lead moderators. And I don't think they're a good idea based on what he said. So I'll read it out for you guys, what he posted for me. Lead moderators can perform all the actions that regular moderators can, as well as the following actions. Manage the mod team, adding or removing other moderators. I don't feel like that should be in a mod's hands. Adding or removing the VIP role for other users. Again, I don't think that should be in the mod's hands. Access all channel moderation settings. Regular moderators will not have access to certain settings. Note, one exception is private block terms that remain visible only to the channel owner. Okay. Delete mod comments, including by other lead mods or the channel owner. Like, that feels like a bit much. I don't think I will have a lead moderator. I think regular moderation's enough. Can you imagine you're just on your own channel and one of your moderators just deletes something you've typed in chat? Okay, it's important I kill these guys before the others turn up. There they are. Claymore. Don't be a dick. Okay, so the trouble there is the 3 guys around him. That's a lot of range. Yep, the 3 guys. You know what? I've aggroed them now. This will probably be a lot simpler. I think we've confirmed that the greatsword was a mistake in that instance. Yeah. It's not appropriate. So, like, talking of lead moderators, though, you can have up to 10 lead moderators on a channel. Which I think is wild. Like, imagine you have enough moderators that you can just be like, oh yeah, you 10 are above my other moderators. Ah, that's probably quite nice. What's its stats like? Worse. Its poise is worse as well. Yeah, if I got a full set, I'd consider it. Come on. You need to be so aggressive. Calm your tits. Give me your hat. Here we go. Gross. Do it. Go on, do it. Stick your hand down your throat. Go on. Go on, I'll back away for you. Go on, do it. You fucking coward. Alright. Seriously, if they're ghosts, why do they have solid shadows? I don't like it. I feel like it means something. That's a lot of souls. Alright, heal aggro from too large a range anyway, so don't worry about that. Let me get these guys. Maybe zigzag a little bit. And there we go. Let's go deal with that guy with his big flaming cross on a stick. I thank you for not throwing me off the goddamn edge. Oh, that was bullshit. Give me a hat. You think? I feel like we're doing okay with it. Maybe more points into stamina. What was that? Is that another ballista? Oh, that's just you. Okay. I'll be with you in a minute. We just upgraded it a little bit. I think we're on either 19 or 20. Yeah, this is going to be a bad area for it. Run. Faster. Woohoo. They are aggressive. Alright, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Thanks, Kit. They recover quickly. Alright. Yeah, 20 points. We could put more into health. Gotta get those souls back, though. Yeah. Recognizing how fast these guys are. Though it's probably why they don't do a whole lot of poise damage. Like, this is probably one of the smallest amounts of poise damage I've seen so far in the game. Which is surprising, because most of the game so far has been enemies doing so much stamina drain to me. Yeah, man. Alright, come on. Away from your friend, who wants to be a spoil sport. There we go. Yeah, so the trouble with the one that killed me is that we traded blows, and it recovered faster than I did. How did it block that? I hit on the other side. Don't bullshit me. This is a really nasty area. Potentially. Like I say, the big trouble so far has been unlearning the mindset of Dark Souls 1 of blocking a lot. Because so many enemies have been doing, like, such high stamina damage. Yup. What am I getting? Like 2 level ups out of this? Probably worth doing it anyway. Alright, let's go back. That's a good quote. Yeah, the glass cannon problem. Welcome back, Clem. We were just talking about you. And like I say, with having to unlearn the Dark Souls 1 tendency of blocking and replacing it with dodging. Like, this whole thing's been an interesting learning experience in a way that Bloodborne hadn't been for me. Because Bloodborne presents itself so similar to Dark Souls, part of my concern with it has always kind of been, like, I'm approaching it like Dark Souls and I need to unlearn that.
Just wasn't he?
And I feel like I'm actually succeeding with this. Need one more piece of twinkling. Oh, but I do have enough large titanite. Reinforce this one more time. That's a really good damage boost.
Pretty be careful.
I wonder.
Welcome us. Very well. Then take.
Yeah, we'll push that up to 20 anyway. And I'll push Dex up to 20. You know, that's actually a significant increase. Per level. Almost 100 extra. What's Vitality gonna get me? Yeah, I feel like I do want to focus on Vitality. Your Runga Bunga build. I'm going with what I feel. So I'm going to put Dex to 20 so it's a nice round number. And then I think we will focus on, in particular, Vitality, but probably some Vigor as well after this.
Farewell,
Aye. And what's really doing it for me with the Vigor, though, is the increased equip load. The lighter I feel, the happier I am. I just want to check something real quick. But yeah, I am a simple man. I hit things with my stick. Oh, that's a real shame. I was hoping they'd respawn. Oh well. Because there's one of the little Titanite, the crystal things, in Dark Souls 1 in Darkroot Basin that pretty regularly respawns. I was like, if these respawn, there's 2 of them down here. I can probably get another Twinkling Titanite and then get a +4 sword. And it just felt like a good idea, worth checking. Oh well. Honestly, coming at this blind is really fun. Like, given that I haven't done a Dark Souls game blind since Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 2 I really didn't enjoy. Going at this completely blind has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having fun seeing me do it all for the first time. It's a shame there aren't more Dark Souls games after this. I'm not doing Dark Souls 2 again. If I hadn't accidentally broken that bracelet, I would have killed that thing from hitting it in the face. I would have kept going and I would have broken its face. It's a shame there aren't more Dark Souls games for me to enjoy. Yeah, I gave up with Sekiro. There are elements of Sekiro I enjoy. Yeah, and it didn't break. Like, I didn't realize it was a target. Yeah, I've tried so many times to get into Bloodborne, and last year, like, we did the anniversary stream last year, and it just... I was like, if I don't manage to get myself into it this time, I'm done. And I didn't. I tried, I really tried, and I just did not enjoy it. And I quit, and I uninstalled it from the PS5. And I started Dark Souls 3, and I was like, we've been doing it for like 2 hours, it's not long enough for a stream. Let's even it out a little bit and play some Dark Souls 3. And I did enjoy playing the Dark Souls 3 I played, but we didn't play much of it because I only did like an hour and a half. And then this year, for the anniversary, it was like, okay, let's actually do Dark Souls 3, and it's been fun. But to get back to what you asked, Spunk, I have played Sekiro. I did stream it, I think, for like 2 sessions. And those are up on the archive. But I did the majority of the playthrough I was doing off-stream. And there are things I like about it. I wanted to you clipped that final blood mod. You did, yeah. And I deleted it. I then deleted Bloodborne off my PS5. And you can see it's back here. I reinstalled it. I will probably try again at some point because I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah, Sekiro, there's a lot I wanted to like with Sekiro. I like that it's not an RPG, which like gives it really good differentiation from the other FromSoft stuff of the past close to 20 years. Demon's Souls was like 2008, wasn't it? 2009. It's like close to 20 years. It's like, that was a real nice change. I like that it's faster. I'd heard it was originally intended and conceptualized as a Tenchu game, and I enjoy Tenchu. I wish Tenchu had better combat, but I enjoy Tenchu. And I played through, like, a significant amount of Sekiro. And I ended up hitting a wall, and I was like, this just isn't fun. And it's further than you would think. And I was going in other directions, like trying to do other stuff. I couldn't defeat the Guardian Ape. I was really struggling with that. And there was other stuff, the butterfly lady, I think. Maybe? But it's like, there's a lot of stuff in there that I did really like the faster paced movement. Thanks for joining us, Clem. The faster paced movement, the guy you fight on the top of the pagoda, I really enjoyed. The monkeys, the trial of the monkeys, I really enjoyed. Like, overall, I felt like mechanically, it's probably not as tight as they want it to be. And that causes problems. And there's definitely clear issues with some of the game design. Like, there's a mini-boss you'll find, who... You find him in, like, a fairly open area, and one of his attacks is like, whack, 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 whack. And you have to keep parrying it every time he does it, and he does it in quick succession, so it's going to knock you back. And I was like, alright. Dealt with that, it was fine, it was fun enough. And then I encountered another one of those guys in a cave. And immediately the problem became clear, because that attack is now backing me into a wall, and I can't see anything. And I was like, we probably should have reconsidered this, FromSoft. If you want your game to be difficult, fair enough. Do not make me fight the actual mechanics of the game just to succeed. But Sekiro's another one. I'll probably give it, like, another real shot on stream at some point. Yeah, it's frustrating because I'm going through this and there are still moments where I'm like, this camera's a problem. And to see it continue into Sekiro, which is such a faster game. I probably will give Sekiro another, like, proper chance on stream at some point. Because there was stuff I was enjoying. I know Sina watched me do a bunch of it because I was playing it and I was streaming it onto the Discord for a while. I do have Elden Ring, and I played a little of Elden Ring. But again, that's probably something I will have to play through on stream to actually play through it. What else we got? I have the PS5 version of Demon's Souls. I bought that when I got my PS5. It was like, let's get the PS5 and let's get the PS5 exclusive games that I actually want. So I got Spider-Man 2, I got Final Fantasy 16, it was exclusive at the time. I got Ghost of Tsushima, the Director's Cut, which wasn't PS5 exclusive. It was on PS4, but I hadn't gotten the PS4 version yet. I got God of War Ragnarok, which was on PS4, but I hadn't bought the PS4 version yet. And I bought Demon's Souls. And I've just not played it yet. That is probably a stream thing. But I probably will get back around to Sekiro. But, like I said, after this, as far as FromSoft games go, I'll probably go with some of the older stuff when we do more FromSoft stuff. Like, Otogi. I love Otogi. I had Otogi and Otogi 2 when I was younger on original Xbox. And when Microsoft announced that they were being put on backwards compatibility for Xbox One, I was so happy because I hadn't played them in a very long time. So I got them and I've still not streamed them. So I'd like to go through those. The interesting thing as far as my history with FromSoft is my very first FromSoft game was Kingsfield. I don't know if I still have it, but we had it when I was younger and it was like an actual legit copy of Kingsfield, and nobody in the house enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it. But at some point for the stream, I'd love to do like a deep dive into trying to go through it. Because like in its basest concept, Kingsfield is very much where the Souls idea started. Yeah, we're wrapping up now, Spunk. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I do want to do Kingsfield. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I'd like to give it at least like a full single session stream. And then Shadow Tower is where the Souls idea got a little more refined. And Kingsfield and Shadow Tower both got like PS2 installments. Like, there's 3 Kingsfield games on PlayStation. The original Kingsfield in 1995 is a Japan exclusive. The Kingsfield released in the West as Kingsfield is actually Kingsfield 2. And there's Kingsfield 3, which was released in the West as Kingsfield 2. And Kingsfield 4 on PS2 was the last of them. I'm sure there wasn't one called Kingsfield 3 in the West. I'd have to double check. But then, like, Shadow Tower on PS1, and then Shadow Tower Abyss, which was a Japan exclusive. Kingsfield. 1994, the original, goddamn. Oh, yeah. Kingsfield 3 in 96. Was it released in the West as Kingsfield 3? No, it was released in the West as Kingsfield 2. Kingsfield Making Tool, presumably Japan only. Then Kingsfield 4, which was released in the US as Kingsfield the Ancient City. But I'm sure I've seen it in Europe labelled as Kingsfield 4. And the Shadow Tower and Shadow Tower Abyss. Unconnected, but I do want to play through the Echo Knight games at some point. They kind of fascinate me. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Elden Ring. I did not realise Frame Guide was a FromSoft game. Eternal Ring, didn't realise that was FromSoft. Metal Wolf Chaos I did know was FromSoft, and one day I'll actually fucking play it. From Hounds, didn't realise that was FromSoft. Enchanted Arms, didn't realise that was FromSoft. Ninja Blade, I did realise that's FromSoft. Armored Core. Togi. I don't know what Evergrace is. It's on PS2. Yeah, Frame Guide. FromSoft. Dreamcast game. Huh. But yeah, we'll probably explore more FromSoft games down the line. I would like the next one I do to be a Togi. Maybe the stream anniversary, now that this is the last Dark Souls game. Because like I feel like the stream, as it began, is kind of inexorably tied to Dark Souls, because Dark Souls Remastered on Switch was my first stream. It's like, over the years, I've always kind of done, almost always done something with Souls. For the anniversary stream. Most of the time. Been a few years where I haven't, but most of the time. Maybe now that this is the last Souls game, expand it into just FromSoft. We'll see, it could be an interesting idea for next year. Like, set aside the anniversary for something like a Togi. Or Echo Knight. I've had Echo Knight on my PS3 for fucking years, and I've still not played it. Anyway, that's going to do it for us for today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to reading the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Who do we have today? We had Clem, we had Bane. I think Teak popped in. Flame, Spunk, Signer. I feel like Teak popped in. Oh, Teak's lurking, so we'll say thank you to Teak anyway. And thank you all for watching. I always really appreciate the support. Chat is always the best part of the stream. The 7 years of mecha-chrono continues with Dark Souls 3. This year's stylish action is going on hiatus for the summer and will be replaced with The Legend of Sundays, where we'll be playing Zelda games every Sunday throughout summer. And we'll see how far we can get with that, but we're going to start with A Link to the Past. Daylight shooting time, I'm debating changing now into daylight stabbing time and playing some Assassin's Creed. I've had the idea for a long time, just like going through the Assassin's Creed series. The real trouble with that is I only own Assassin's Creed 1 on Xbox, so I'd have to hook up the Xbox again. And currently the wires are being used for the PS5. So maybe daylight shooting time will continue for a little bit. I could get Assassin's Creed on PC, but like, I will not buy Ubisoft games on PC anymore. So we'll see. There's still plenty of shooters I can do. Daylight shooting time, and we'll just keep going with it. And there's plenty of variety. I was looking at Red Faction today. That's why you may have noticed when we went into the menu. That's why Red Faction is right here. I was like, Red Faction? We'll see. We will see. Always more shooters to do. But yeah, that's going to do it for us for today. Let's have a sound alert.
I can't wait till we're teenagers. Then we'll be happy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And that's it for today's stream. Session 4 of Dark Souls 3. I'm still enjoying this game. I feel like by this point in Dark Souls 2, I was starting to become tired of it. So that's good. I'm happy I'm still enjoying Dark Souls 3. And with that said, there's not really anything else to say except thank you all for watching, have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.